and get situated. This is gonna be a long video. Hey everyone, it's Marina and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a college advice video, or what you should know before going to college. Things you should know. I'm going to be a sophomore at Kent State University. This is going to be my second year, and I was never a commuter, so I have no advice on, commuting to college or anything. I did live on the dorms my freshman year, the whole year, so this is going to be everything that I've learned and picked up and tips, and gonna be a very long video, so let's just jump right into it and start talking. Alright, so I'm going to start at the beginning, on the day before you move in. So the day before you move in, you're probably going to have all of your stuff packed. If not, you're going to want to stop that procrastination right there. Right there. You're going to, one, bring way too much stuff. I know I did, and if I brought half of what I brought, I still would have brought in too much stuff. Okay, so then you go to bed, go to sleep, everything's wonderful, the rooster crows, the sun comes up, and it is move-in day. You're like, yes, I'm moving into college, I'm leaving, let's go, I'm excited, and then it's just an emotional roller coaster from there. So on that first morning, you will probably get in the car, you'll probably jam up some music. If you're lucky enough to have your parents help you move in, please enjoy that experience. Do not get annoyed with your parents. Please be patient with them at all costs, because it is a dramatic change for everybody involved. So once you get there, you're going to have thousands of other freshmen moving in just like you are. So please be patient with other people, be kind, be generous, help people with the doors, all that nice. When you arrive, there's going to be 1,000 other freshmen doing the same exact thing that you are. And there's going to be like nowhere to park. So that's like your number one priority, is finding somewhere as close as you possibly can to park so you don't have to haul all your crap 3 miles. Everyone else is just as nervous and confused as you are. They don't know where their room is, they don't know where their dorm is, and their parents are just all overly excited. You know what? Enjoy it. Everybody else is feeling the same emotions as you are. Everybody is nervous as nervous can get, because one, you're gonna show up and you're not gonna know a single soul. You're not gonna know anybody unless you're going and moving in with your old high school friend or something. You decided to live with each other. I mean, that might be fun, but you're not going to know anyone. Bring decorations to decorate your room with. Now, you've probably already done this. You've bought a whole bunch of stuff. But one thing I can say is don't bring too much stuff, because then your small room, your already teeny-tiny room, is going to feel smaller with a whole bunch of crap in the room. So wall decorations are great. You're going to love those. Those are going to look awesome. But bringing 2 different chairs to sit on, or a big giant ottoman thing, or a table, you don't want that. Make your room how you want it. You're going to have to live in it every single day for a whole year, and you're going to want to enjoy the place where you sleep. I know for me that meant bringing a lot of things that were pink and sparkly, and that made me happy to be in my room. This is really, really important. Go to all of the welcoming events for freshmen. That means the commencement ceremony. You'll see your president of your university. You will meet thousands of freshmen are going to be there. That is a great time to say, hey, my name's Marina. What's your name? I'm going to be an early childhood major. What's your major? Just start a conversation with somebody, and the person that I ended up sitting next to at the commencement ceremony, which is like your welcome ceremony, the first thing that, happens for freshmen, he actually is now one of my good friends, and I'll tell you a little story about him later. Okay, so you're probably going to have the whole weekend to get to know your roommates and the people on your floor. This is very important. Now, you and your roommates, if you don't know them already, they're going to be complete strangers. And, you might do things a certain way at your house, and they're going to do things the complete opposite. So what happens, I know at Kent State University, they do a roommate agreement kind of piece of paper, and your RA is going to come in, sit down, and you're going to go through a list of things, pretty much your expectations for the rest of the year between you and your roommate. This includes, who can come over, who can spend the night, what time is appropriate to go to bed, can you have loud music, stuff like that. Get to know your roommates. These people or other person are going to be your house buddy for the next year. You're going to have to live with them, breathe the same air with them, share a toilet with them. Well, at least in my case, we had a bathroom in my room, but you're going to have to share your living space with them. They are going to see you change. They are going to hear you burp. They are going to hear you fart. everything. So in other words, you're gonna wanna get really comfortable with this other person. So go out, take them, eat Chipotle, find out, you know, what their middle name is, what their favorite color is, their favorite animal, all that fun stuff. Get to know them, laugh, take pictures, you know, be best buddies. On the first day, everybody's probably going to have their doors propped open. Now, throughout the year, this is going to stop. People will start closing their doors and just having their privacy, but on the first day, leave your door wide open because people are going to come in and just say, hi, my name is, you know, Marina, nice to meet you, what's your name, and I really like your room, wow, that poster's so cool, I like that band too. Strike up a conversation, and you should do the same thing vice versa. Open your door, get out. Start walking into other people's dorms saying, you know, hi, my name is whatever, and, you know, comment something in their room, and it'll spark up a conversation, and you never know where that could go. So on that first night, your RA is going to have a meeting for your whole floor, and this is very important that you go because this is going to set the guidelines and rules for the whole year. Now, you do not want to break any of these rules because granted, if you you know, have something you shouldn't have in your room, you most likely could get expelled from the university, and nobody wants that. All right, moving on to the social aspect of college. Number one tip, do not turn college into high school. You are no longer in high school with the same people you went to school with since you were 3, and this is a whole nother ballpark. With that being said, it is still going to happen. You're still gonna feel like some days are so much like high school, you're gonna wanna scream because you're like, I moved out of that town, everything's supposed to be different, and some days it'll just feel exactly the same. So try your very hardest not to fall into the drama and everything like that because then it'll just turn right back into high school.
Now this is only if you're going to have a big group of friends.
Now, if you went into college with your best friend from high school and you guys are living together, that's awesome, that's great, but don't spend 100% of your time or even like 70% of your time with just that person. You're going to want to branch out and try new things and meet new people, and that's what you should be doing in college. And most likely, she's going to be doing the same exact thing. So as much as you guys are going to have that same feeling of homeness when you guys are together, you're going to want to branch out. She'll have her group of friends and you'll have your group of friends, and then you know what, you can all bring your group of friends together and have a little party and everything will be great. Most likely you are not going to be the same person that you were in high school in college. Now this is important because granted, maybe you don't even want to be the same person that you were in high school. You know, you didn't really like yourself, you weren't confident, you were just, you know, blending into high school to fit to what everybody, you know, wanted you to be or what you thought would be cool. No, you know what, this is college. This is a new start for you, and you can be whoever you want to be. And don't let like anybody tell you, oh, you have to be the smart 100% A person, or you have to be the person that goes out and parties all the time because that's exactly what college is about. No, you know what? You be whoever you want to be. Yeah, we're going to leave that one at that. College is the time to find who you are as a person. And the next 4 years or however long you plan on being in college, this is the time where you want to create yourself. Build upon, you know, activities and things that you do and things that you learn and make that who you are. So you want to be somebody that's interesting, somebody that's kind, somebody that's, you know, wants to go out and do good in the world and be a good person. Be proactive in your college years. You want to go to college fairs and talk to as many people as you can and get emails and contacts, because later down in life, those people that you met and maybe only talked to for a little bit or, you know, 5 minutes or whatever can really help your butt out in a situation. If you like need into a job or something, they'll be like, you know what, I remembered that girl. She was really nice and really cool to me. You know what, I'll say a good word for her. And with that being said, do not spend your entire year playing video games or being on your phone and Instagram and Pinterest all year long. Like, do not spend your day looking at a screen every single day, 24 hours when you're not in class. When you're not in class, you should be out trying to meet new people and seeing new things on campus that you've never seen before. Build yourself. Don't just stay the same routine that you've been doing for the past who knows how long. Just think about all the hours that you've spent playing Call of Duty or that you've been scrolling on Instagram or whatever. All those minutes and moments that you could have been doing something else. You could have been learning something else. So I tried to have like an order to all this, and I wrote everything down, but now everything's kind of just meshing together, so we're gonna just make it a big mesh of advice. Get to know your RA. My RA was freaking awesome, okay? She was really cool. She was actually like our friend. She wasn't like one of those RAs that are like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you know, you have to, I'm gonna get you in trouble, I'm gonna get kicked out. No, she wasn't like that at all. She was, I mean, yes, she set rules for us, but we respected her and we followed them. And she was really cool. Like, I would like just go in her room and talk to her because she was like, honestly, she was my friend. She wasn't just our RA, she was my friend. One of the best ways to make friends on campus is to simply compliment somebody, whether that be on their outfit or their hair or their intelligence. A compliment will go a long way. Alright, so this next one is obviously not for my younger viewers, and this video really isn't related to you at all anyways, but if you're watching it, you know, hi, what's up? But, okay, so this next topic is going to be parties, and my first advice for parties, definitely for girls, can't really talk for guys, is bring a friend. Do not go to a party alone where you don't know anybody. And do not go home with somebody that you just met that night. Even if they seem like the nicest person in the entire world and he is the hottest guy you've ever seen in your life, do not go home with him, please. Most likely, they're not going to want to take you to dinner the next week. They're not going to want to text you all the time, and you're probably never going to see them again. You may think it's a good idea then, but do not over party the night before class. You will not want to wake up. You'll want to sleep in and skip class, and trust me, that is not good, and you will feel like crap. My ladies out there, you are going to regret wearing those high-heeled shoes at 3 in the morning when you have to walk back 3 miles because you're a freshman and you do not have a car on campus. You will regret wearing high heels. And try not to act too stupid, because those people that were once strangers 24 hours ago, you will see those faces around campus and you'll go up to them and say hi. So try to at least have the right state of mind so you can have a normal conversation with them and still be able to see them later, you know, the next few days later when you see their face, and you'll be like, hey, you know, hey, Bobby, I remember you, what's up, how are you doing, whatever, and actually get to know them. You know, parties is a great way to meet people, you know, at university and college and all that fun stuff, but, you know, then when you're not at the party, you will see them, you know, out eating or something, so spark up a conversation then so you really get to know them, and who knows, maybe you guys will be your best friends. Moving on to tips that actually apply to school and schoolwork and stuff like that. So my first tip is my #1 tip for this. It is to get to know your professors, have them know your face, have them know what you look like, and preferably have them know your name. Now, a great way to do this is to just go up to them after class and say, hey, like, I was kind of confused on this. Like, what did you really mean by that? If you were one of those people that could sleep in class and still get an A, you know what? I don't even care, that's out the window. You're going to have to study. No matter what it is, whether you are like a genius. Okay, well, if you're like a straight up genius, maybe you won't have to. But you are going to have to study whether you like it or not. And it's very, very important that you do. Studying tip. Now, you're going to want to go somewhere quiet to study. This means if your roommate's bringing in 3 of her friends to chitter chatter and stuff, you're not going to want to be in that room. One, it's going to make you, you know, kind of mad at your roommate, and that's going to create a situation that you don't really want. So go and find your quiet spot. Go find your spot, whether that be at the library or that be a bench outside with the wind blowing and you just hear background noise and stuff like that. Find somewhere where you are comfortable, and you know what? That could be a beanbag in the library, because I've seen people literally passed out there, just chilling, sleeping on a beanbag with a book just falling on the ground. That's their place. That is their happy place. If you fail, you will keep failing until you learn how to do it right, or how it should be. So failures, take them on full force. You know, accept them. Don't stress about them. You know, like, don't be crying for a whole week about failing a test, because when you fail that test, you'll probably be thinking about that test and the material that was on it and stuff. And from that, you'll learn. Or go talk to your professor after, you know, class, after you get the test back. Most likely, that professor, if he or she is a good professor, is going to want to help you get better, is going to want to help you do better on the next test. If you know that you're struggling in a class, I'm going to just use math class as an example, find that person that you know is really smart in it and ask them if they will study with you. And more than likely, they're going to be really nice and agree and help you out. Nobody's really going to be mean for the most part. Everybody's going to be really friendly. Get organized with your life. If this means color coding everything and labeling everything, by all means do it, because when you have to wake up for a 8 o'clock class, you aren't going to want to rummage through all your piles of stuff and not know where anything is and have to show up to class with nothing because you didn't want to be late. Do not miss class, because one, you're wasting all of that money. Like per class, you're spending like over $100 per one day of class. So you do not want to miss class. And secondly, you know, you're missing all that material that they're not going to go over again. It's not like high school where you review what you learned yesterday and the day before that and the day before that, you know, before you start the new stuff. No, they're just going to jump right into the new stuff. There's no waiting for you. Paying attention. You want to pay attention as much as you possibly can, which is something that I was really bad at, especially with the classes that you are just not interested in at all. Like, I took a world geography class, and for the life of me, I didn't want to pay attention at all, but I knew I had to. So, good idea for that. Just treat yourself to a giant thing of coffee and try to focus on the professor and what he or she is saying, and it'll help you in the long run. So this is very helpful when you are choosing your classes. And what professor do you get? What do you take? There's 5 different names on here. Who do I want? Who do I choose? Go to ratemyprofessor.com. This is where other students that have already had this professor, that is right there, you just search up their name or your school and they'll pop right up, and they give you a rating on how well they like the class. And a lot of them will leave comments down below, you know, giving you more detail about that. And you know what? Sometimes the reviews are like terrible and awful, and this person was, you know, didn't teach me anything, didn't want to listen to me when I had a question. Those are the professors you don't want, and this site will help you avoid that. Okay, so let's be real here for a moment. The food on campus is going to suck. It's not going to taste very good the first few days or whatever. You're going to be like, oh, I miss my mom to cook nice food for me, because it's going to happen. But after like a few weeks, when you start getting used to eating those chicken fingers and french fries with cheese every single night, they start to taste good in a bad way. Okay, so the freshman 15 is 100% real. If you do not work out and you don't try to eat the right stuff like I did, I didn't care. I just shoved down those chicken fingers and those french fries and those cheese at like 1 a.m. in the morning. You will gain weight. Unless you have a ridiculous metabolism that we all wish we were blessed with, you will gain weight. I gained 10 pounds. Yes, I'm going to say that on the internet. I gained 10 pounds from the beginning of the year till about Christmas, guys, okay? And I've been working my butt off to lose those 10 pounds that I had from Christmas till now, and I've only probably lost about 9 pounds. I'm almost there, but you know what? I can still feel it in my body, and I remember how crappy it was. So I am determined to eat healthier this year and not eat chicken fingers at 1 in the morning. It's okay to do sometimes. Let me tell you that. It is okay to eat those chicken fingers every once in a while, but please, please do not do it every night, because you will gain weight and your tummy will show. Picking a meal plan. Now, every university, I'm pretty much assuming, comes with a meal plan. You will get a little card. Mine actually came, you know, on your flash card, which is also your student ID, and it's like your life. That is your life. Do not lose it, because it's everything. Now, you can pay $25 to get a new one, but again, don't. So, a meal plan, you're gonna have options. I chose to get the lightest option. It was still a lot of money. That was way too much. I don't recommend the highest plan, the most expensive one, for anybody, because you will not eat that much food. Unless you're like the linebacker for the football team, then you might eat that much food. At the end of the year, you will have a bunch of money left over, and you will have to just buy it on whatever you can, because that money, you will not get that money back. It will just go to the university and it'll be wasted. So I have like a whole basket of like foods sitting upstairs from that leftover money. So now here are just some random things, guys. Okay, so one thing, you are going to wear a lot of comfortable clothes. That means, girls, you're going to be wearing a lot of yoga pants, a lot of sweatpants, a lot of slip-on shoes, and your hair is going to be up in a bun most of your days. So don't expect to bring like a whole closet full of very, very cute stuff unless you're like a fashion major, which Kent's pretty well known for, because I see people dressed up all the time. So it's not like nobody does it, because I do see a lot of people dressed up all the time, but mostly, you know, just going to class, you're going to want to be comfortable. You're not going to want to wear high heels. You're not going to want to wear some tight little dress and be cute, because those are appropriate for like parties and going out with your friends and stuff. It's not appropriate for class. You're just going to want to throw on a t-shirt, trust me. Wash your clothes before you run out of underpants, please. What am I talking about? Oh my god. Set multiple alarms. Now, setting like 5 alarms is going to make your roommate pretty angry and not happy with you. So that's going to make you want to get to that alarm faster, turn it off, get out of bed, and get ready to go. I do recommend setting more than 1 though, because if you do not wake up and you hit that snooze button and you don't wake up for class, you're going to miss that test that you really needed to get to the next morning. If you can avoid that at all costs, avoid early classes, avoid them. Be a good roommate. Don't, you know, bring a whole bunch of people into the room just as your roommate's trying to sleep. If you want to have a party, go do it in the lounge or somewhere else. Don't bring the party into your room when you know your roommate's trying to sleep. With that being said, if she's trying to study, don't blast music, and just all in all, be a good roommate. Don't ever, you know, touch their stuff without their permission. So just be a good roommate. Call home often and answer your calls when your parents call you, because more than likely they're just really worried about you or miss you a whole lot. Do not stay cooped up in your room. Go out, text somebody, say, hey, let's go do this. Or, you know, usually universities will have like concerts and, you know, fun stuff like that. Go to them. Don't miss out on them, because those are opportunities. I just heard something fall. Those will be the things that you wish that you went to and you just didn't. Along with that, try new things. So this is where that guy that I told you about earlier is going to come in. So he is actually Jewish and I'm not Jewish. And for one of my classes, we had to go out and do new things that we've never done before, and we would get points for it. So he was having a service on Friday. I think it was on a Friday. I'm not sure. But I asked him if I could go with him, and he said, yeah, sure. Like, you know, that'd be awesome. And would you want to go? And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll get points for it, whatever. So I went there and listened to a service, and they sung songs in Hebrew, which was really cool. I mean, I didn't know anything that they were saying, and I kind of just sat there, and he told me, you know, he's like, you know, you don't have to sing, you don't have to bow your head, you don't have to, you know, do that, because that's not what I believe in, you know, I'm a Christian and all that stuff. So that was a new experience for me, and I met people there. We had a dinner after their service, and I met this boy from Russia, and I'm from Russia, so I got talking to him and all of the rest of my friends' friends, and then on campus I would see them all the time, and now we like know each other, and we'd be like, hey, what's up? And they have their own fraternity house. It's like their Jewish fraternity, and they have parties there and stuff like that. So I've gone there a few times, and now they're kind of like my friends. Learn how to be alone. I'm an only child, so that's something that I've already kind of learned how to do growing up, but you're not going to be talking to everybody you see in the hallway or on your way to class. It's just not going to happen. What's most likely going to happen is you're going to want headphones, okay? Don't lose those, because you just don't want to lose them. But you will be walking to class, probably listening to your music every single day. You probably, unless you make a friend in that class and you guys decide to walk together, you're probably most likely going to end up walking alone. And sometimes, you know, when you're studying and stuff, you're not going to have a bajillion friends on campus. Like, not everybody on campus is going to be your friend. So yes, you can have a ton of friends, but not everybody on campus is going to know your name. And that one time when those chicken fingers or that really greasy pizza is just calling your name, that time when that is acceptable is when you have to pull an all-nighter, and it's gonna happen more than once, and it's gonna happen to everybody. Watch what you put on social media. Do not put like a bunch of pictures of you partying it up and your shirts, you know, coming off and all that stuff, because that stuff, you know, future employers will look at that stuff and see that, and because of one picture that you thought, this is gonna be fun to put on social media, can get you not the job that you wanted. Okay guys, so one thing that I can talk from experience is college athletics. Now, I was a college cheerleader for Kent, and all I can say is it's going to take up so much of your time. Practice will probably be every single day for like more than 3 hours, and you're going to have to find your time to study. That's going to be the hardest thing to do because you're going to have class all day long from like 8 to 3, and then you're going to have maybe an hour before you have to get ready and be at practice, and practice can last till like 10 p.m. So by that time, you're so tired and you just want to go to bed. You're not going to want to study, but you have to find time, like maybe in between your classes, you know, when you go get lunch, bring your books, bring your laptop, study then. You're going to have to organize your time and have good time management. So along with talking about athletics, it is a great thing that you are a part of, okay? You're going to make a lot of friends that way. The cheerleaders at Kent are really most of the people that I know on campus because I spent most of my time with them at the beginning of the school year. Like the first day, I think, I'm just gonna say we had practice that night. There's really no time to go out and party and make friends that way because you're always at practice. So those were my friends, okay? I didn't really have time to go out and meet other people, so if I wasn't hanging out or talking with them, I was making friends in the classroom, okay? So you really have to find a good balance between everything you're doing if you're involved in athletics. But it is a great thing, okay? And if you are thinking about, you know, doing cheerleading just because that's, you know, what I did, go for it. And my last 2 tips for you guys, I know this video has been really long and my voice is kind of like starting to, can't really talk very well, but okay, second to last one is do not stress out. Seriously, I know it's hard because you're a college student, you're going to stress out, but you know what? Don't sweat the small stuff. If you're not getting along with somebody, you know, maybe they're just not meant to be in your life, and don't let that ruin your day. Mend bridges, you know, later, but don't, you know, cry about it and everything, you know, too bad because, you know, granted, everything's gonna be okay. Freshman year, you probably won't get those straight A's that you anticipated getting. And you know what? That's okay because most freshmen, it is the hugest transition of your life, and you know what? That's expected to not get straight A's. You know, I got good grades, but I also, you know, had a C here or there. So you know what? It's normal. It is perfectly normal. And my number 1 and last tip is to be yourself. This is probably the biggest difference from high school, whereas in high school it was everybody wanted to be popular, or you had to wear your hair the right way, or wear the right clothes, or say the right things, or join the right sports team. You know, all that stuff just goes out the window. Just boo! Do not let anyone tell you what's right or what's wrong and how you should be. Be yourself, okay? Not everybody is going to be like a Jimmy Neutron, all right? A boy genius or a girl scientist, okay? Not everybody is going to have straight A's. I'm never going to be a math wizard. It's just never going to happen. But at the same time, you know, somebody else will. So that person might not be, you know, ever the greatest in singing or drama or playing hockey. You know what? That was baseball. But whatever it is, just be yourself and enjoy your passions, okay? Really take pride and focus your energy on stuff that you love, stuff that you enjoy doing, because what you focus in on college is what's going to set yourself for the rest of your life. And you don't want to be stuck doing a job that you hate or that you can't do, because you need to use your talents in where they're good at, okay? I don't know if that made sense, but you get it, all right? Do what you're good at and be yourself. Everything that you think you are and you can be in your head, you can be. You can be whoever you want to be. Guys, so this video is probably way long enough. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up if you're going to be a freshman really soon. And that'll be so exciting, guys. I'm so happy for you guys to start your college journey. Also, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button down below and help me get to 200 subscribers. I'm so close, guys. Right at this moment, I am only 9 away, and I will be doing a Q&A video, and that is going to be coming up soon, hopefully in the future. And to all my beautiful mermaids out there, stay beautiful, keep believing in magic, and keep doing what you're doing because you're awesome. And the wise words from somebody who means a lot to me: work hard, do what's right, be the best that you can be, and good things will come your way. So good luck to all you freshmen. You guys are going to have an awesome year, and just enjoy every single moment of it, because the next thing you know, you're going to be a sophomore and then a senior and then gone, and your life's going to start. So slow down and enjoy it. All right, guys? Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.